So Aldo Bonazzoni from PragerU, he's been on the channel before. We did a collaboration video a handful of months ago. Maybe some of you guys have seen it. He went to a college campus and asked students that believe this, if you can choose your gender, can you choose your race? And there's definitely a handful of scenes we absolutely have to unpack in this video today. But before we do, you guys, welcome back to the channel. This video is sponsored by my friends over at Undertac. Huge shout out to you guys. Let's jump into the video.
I want to show you a couple pictures of prominent figures rocking blackface and get your reaction to it. Is that all right?
Very interesting. I did not. Okay.
This is Rachel Dolezal, who was a president of a chapter of NAACP, who identified as transracial. She said that she was born in the wrong body and that she identified as black. This is Ted Danson at the Friars Club Roast in New York City. This is Sarah Silverman in blackface on her TV show.
Those are skits. The other one, this person genuinely believes that she's black.
Yeah. What do you think of when you see these images?
It's not good. It's really bad.
All right, so we're setting it up here. You can kind of see where this video is going, right? You can kind of see where this video is going. He's setting up, he's lining up the shot. So getting people to talk about how obviously blackface or people pretending they're black or whatever it may be. Gave a couple examples, people mocking, using blackface, and other people that believe that they're blackface. That's bad, that's no good. So we've drawn that line there. Next scene.
Do you think people can identify as a certain race?
No, I do not believe you can identify as a certain race.
So do you think identifying as a different race is offensive?
This is a very good question. I think, I don't know. You can't become something that is recognized off of skin color if you weren't that skin color your whole life.
Right, because it's biological.
Mm-hmm.
It's biological. They know something's wrong about this, right? Well, you can't do that. You can't just identify in a different age. Oh, well, today, you know what? I'm actually 20. I'm 15 years old. You can't do that. It's biological. Okay, we're getting somewhere here.
Do you think that people who claim transracial are making a mockery of real black people?
Yes.
Yes. What goes into that? Besides maybe changing your skin color, what do you have to dress like a stereotypical in your mind? Do you have to check the boxes of stereotypes to make yourself more black? If you are identifying that way? All right, so this is where things get really interesting. This is where things get very interesting.
Have you guys heard the term woman face?
No.
Have you heard this term? So this is men who identify as women and then they benefit socially and financially from many cases. Do you guys know Dylan Mulvaney?
No.
So he transitioned, and after he transitioned to a woman, he has millions of dollars in brand deals. You have Leah Thomas, who has William Thomas, ranked very low on the swimmer scoreboards. After transitioning, was #1 in the country.
It's bullshit to me that you reap benefits for something you're not.
What an amazing thing to be calling it. You're just, you're dressing up as a woman. You're putting on a woman face. I think people should actually normalize that phrase. I do want to go back really quick. And Aldo did mention that, I believe he said in many cases, people can benefit socially, financially, whatever it may be. To a certain extent, that's absolutely true. However, we've done these videos with Billboard Chris. We've talked to people about this in depth. And you have these people cheating the system that are getting, maybe they're self-conscious and they're getting respect from their peers, and that's kind of why they're more curious about radical gender theory. But a lot of these kids, the overwhelming majority of these situations are children are kids with issues, are depression issues, multi-personality disorders. Many are on the autism spectrum. So while some are benefiting both socially and financially, the overwhelming majority are using transitioning as a treatment for their other comorbidities. All right, you guys, let's take a few moments to talk about today's sponsor. If you missed it, I just recently brought back one of my favorite sponsors, Undertac, quite possibly the most comfortable pair of men's boxers on the market. These aren't just normal boxers, they've actually been tested by the Special Forces. But that's obviously not all. Undertac is made with modal. Think of like cotton on steroids. It's 50% more moisture wicking, naturally antimicrobial, and it's way softer. They come with a sturdy yet comfortable extra wide waistband, and the fly design is brilliantly straightforward. Undertac is durable, ultralight, fade resistant, and shrink resistant, and here's the best part, they are almost 30% less than the competition. I do want to take a second to say that I only partner with companies that I actually believe in. I love this product. I'm wearing them right now. No, I'm not going to share photos. I see you guys saying that in the comments. That's weird. Stop that. Pick up a drawer full today. Undertac.com. That's undertac.com. 20% off site-wide with offer code KLUG20. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. By the way, Undertac does donate a portion of its profits to veteran-run organizations, which is awesome. Undertac.com. That's undertac.com. Offer code KLUG20 for 20% off. Links down below. Let's get back to the video.
Is woman face offensive?
I don't think that's woman face. I think those are people who were born in the wrong bodies, who are becoming themselves.
So if you can identify with a different gender, why can't you identify with a different race?
The biological side of it, because race has no biological connections whatsoever. It's purely based off of physical appearances.
I just asked you if it was biological. You said yes.
Is recognized off of skin color. If you weren't that skin color your whole
Right,
life.
because it's biological.
Okay, good job pushing back, Aldo. Good job. Yeah, it's sometimes when I'm doing these interviews, it's actually really tough to remember exactly what people are saying throughout a conversation. These conversations seem to be a little bit shorter, can tend to be a little bit easier. Going back, grabbing onto something that's happened 10 minutes ago, much more difficult. In fact, most times people will just deny that they said something, and you can't like rewind during the interview. They'll just make you feel like you're crazy. But good catch right there, Aldo.
Or I mean, sex has biological backings, but gender is not. Gender is a spectrum.
Wait. Okay, hold on. Why is gender a spectrum, but not race? Who are they to decide that? That seems slightly inconsistent here. Being a biological male and calling yourself a woman is arguably just as extreme as being Caucasian and calling yourself black.
Why is it socially acceptable to be transgender, but it's not socially acceptable to be transracial?
I think that's they're very different things. I think that
Amazing question.
I don't know how to phrase this in a way, but
She doesn't end up answering it. I saw a comment recently, somebody just saying, you know, if you want more Gen Zers and younger people to be won over by these points and these arguments, don't just bully them. And I'm actually going to listen to that, because I will give these people credit that they're thinking about this. They're actually trying to think critically instead of shouting down the conversation. Aldo asked a fantastic question there, and they're genuinely trying to answer it. They're actually trying, instead of just shutting it down, aside from the one girl that's basically completely shutting it down. Some of these people seem to actually be listening to his questions and trying to figure out and maybe learning in that process. I like seeing that. I think that's an absolute win.
I wouldn't say I'm educated enough to have the proper definition of like separating the two.
I feel like people, they have the freedom to do what they want.
Is that an endorsement of transracialism?
Kind of got me, huh?
Do you see the hypocrisy here?
I do see the hypocrisy, but I don't think the hypocrisy is like, I'm not trying, how do I phrase this?
They're trying. They're trying. Hey, look, if you are taught something and somebody just basically blows up that worldview and you're trying to find the consistency there, but you know that there's an inconsistency there, hey, at least you're thinking here. At least you're trying to think. And maybe some of you guys might be critical of me being hopeful there, but I actually do like to see some people trying to think critically. It might be one of the first times that they've been doing it on college campus. So, you know, and Aldo obviously handling it with grace, putting a smile on. It doesn't need to be this whole aggressive approach. Sometimes we get a little bit aggressive in my videos, obviously. Other times we're much more friendly, and I always try to come off as friendly. In this situation, you know, there's really no need to dunk on people. You can see them. You can see that those gears turning. You can see the gears turning, and that's great to see.
I hear a lot of people on this campus today that say the black face is wrong, but the woman face is totally acceptable. Why is there a double standard for race and gender?
That I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Why is there a double standard for race and gender? The only difference between the two is that radical race theory doesn't really exist yet. You know, that would be the major difference, is they just haven't started saying that race is on a spectrum. Give them 5 years, they might start doing it. But that's really the only difference. They would argue, oh, well, they would just bring up, you know, radical gender theory points. Oh, well, this exists because we made it exist, and it just kind of popped up somewhat recently. And this one doesn't exist just yet. Aldo did a fantastic job in this video. If I'm gonna offer any criticisms, which he's a friend of mine, I'm gonna do this. Close talker. All right, Aldo, back up like 6 inches. Yeah, he did a great job though. You guys, let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section below. As always, I will put a link to the full video down below in the description. And let me know what you guys thought about my commentary down below. Do you agree with anything I had to say? Do you disagree with anything I had to say? Let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe for more videos and hit that bell notification button so you're notified next time I post. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.